Some of you may remember almost 3 years ago when I started making YouTube videos again. I was in this location and I was showing some of my poison ivy. Now, as you can see, there's still poison ivy here, but it's not in the exact same place it was. The little mesh thing I have here, I've taken it out. And I had someone ask me a while back, are there other plants that look like poison ivy? Well, let me show you a little something. You see how this has 3 leaves? This is actually a plant called velvet bean. Now, velvet bean is medicinal to some people, but it has these pods that are covered with itchy hairs, and it'll make you scratch like crazy. Poison ivy doesn't bother me, but this stuff does. So I have to pull it out, otherwise it'll produce pods. Now, you want to see what the pods look like? I think I saw a couple of them over here. This is a gumbo limbo tree, and this is a poinciana. Where was that pod? I don't think I took it out yet. Oh, let's see. Interesting. Maybe I was imagining things. Also notice that the poison ivy gets these little mites, these little parasitic insects that cause it to develop those bumps. They're almost like the thrips you would find on a ficus tree. Well, I guess wherever those beans are, they're not visible. Oh well, anyway, I'm sure they'll turn up. They have a way of surprising. Oh, here's some right here. See that furry, nasty looking thing? If you touch this, thousands of those little hairs will go in your skin and they'll torture you to no end. Now, you probably remember also, I had another poisonous plant out here, which you probably 2 years ago would have seen. And here it is. Now, back then it was probably about this high and it was rather bushy. Well, it's grown up quite nicely. Look at how big it is now. This is the poisonwood tree that was in that video. And as you can see, it's got more berries than it used to. Look at all those little berries. Tons of them. Now I'm going to try to collect some because I want to grow some seedlings. Now you'd say, well, Rick, why do you have poisonwood in front of your home? Well, the thing is, I'm a big proponent of urban and suburban forestry. And if you look at my yard, you'll see that it's a mixture. I don't like having exactly the same tree at every house. You think about up in the north and the Midwest, you have the elms. They got a Dutch elm disease that basically wiped them out. Now here in Florida, we also had those whiteflies. They were attacking the native gumbo limbo and the ficus. They killed off a lot of the ficus, but eventually the natural enemies came and eliminated the whitefly problem. Now again, there's still whiteflies here, but you don't see them attacking the tree anymore. By having a mixed planting like this, it's much more resilient. And also you can get around those stupid height requirements that the government has for a hedge. If you have the same planting all the way across, it can be only 6 feet tall. But if it's a combination of plants, it can be as tall as they grow. And again, this poisonwood tree is becoming massive. It's been almost 2 years since that video. And look at how much it's grown. You'll also notice that this wild cotton tree, it's all kind of small because it was torn apart by storms, and this papaya tree grew in its place. This came out of the yard when I was growing papayas for my friends. A lot of people I know love papayas. I hate the horrible things, but they do like it. And you'll notice this one is kind of yellow and scraggly because this soil is pretty poor, and it's probably, looks like it might be a manganese deficiency, or it might even be iron. But as you can see, it's probably not iron because there's a bunch of rusty nails over here. So it's probably magnesium or manganese deficiency. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not trying to grow papayas. Sometimes they'll regrow when the rainy season starts because the nitrogen gets in there and gets it going, but who knows? But anyway, yeah, you can see this has grown quite a bit. If you remember my old video, the bromeliads that I found in the trash, they're doing really well. The angel's trumpet, you know, it's kind of dormant. It's got some insects munching on it, which is typical, but like everything else, there's always a natural balance that comes around. There's some 4 o'clocks here, and this is one of the more toxic plants you can find. This is what's known as rosary pea. They produce these little seeds that are extremely toxic. If you were to ingest one of these and digest it, it'd kill you. Here, they're also known as crab's eyes. The seeds are a pretty standard size. Some cultures, they actually use them as a measure of weights. But I think it only takes one of these seeds to kill a person, maybe two. And here's some more poison ivy. There's a saw palmetto that's had some kind of fungus attacking it, but it's kind of rebounding. This is some of that red bud, or I forget what they call this. It's another native plant. There's a mix of everything. Here's some ginger growing in.